Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been praised by Dr. Sholomos Shogbamimu, who claims the Sussexes have achieved more global recognition than other royals, including Kate Middleton and Prince William. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have made their journey across the pond for their busy week of charity events. Having started in Manchester for the One Young World 2022 summit on Monday, Meghan Markle, 41, and her husband Prince Harry, 37, will visit organizations close to their hearts. Ahead of their trip, a spokesperson for the couple said they were delighted to be returning to Harry's home country. However, their visit comes amid controversy surrounding the Duchess' recent interview with New York-based magazine The Cut. Last week, Meghan sat down with journalist Alison P. Davis for a candid conversation about life after leaving the royal family. During the interview, the former Hollywood actress appeared to suggest her husband lost his father when the couple decided to step down from their senior positions within the firm. She also said she was making an active effort to forgive the royal family, adding, "In what some have described as a threat, especially knowing that I can say anything." The Duke and Duchess have received backlash from many commentators, but Dr. Sholomos Shogbamimu, a political commentator and author, has come to the Sussexes' defense. She argued that Harry and Meghan's visit will highlight what the royal family has lost in not having the pair as working royals, and how this has cost the monarchy the chance to be seen as legitimate in a modern, progressive world. Dr. Shola claimed the Sussexes have achieved more global recognition than other royals, including the future King and Queen, Prince William and Kate, Duchess of Cambridge. Writing for News, she said, "In the 2 years since stepping down as senior royals, Harry and Meghan have achieved more global recognition than any other current working royal, with the exception of the Queen. Their brand is more powerfully relatable than that of the royal family, which is losing public support over the Sussexes just as it did over its appalling treatment of Princess Diana. Young people, the future of this country, listen to the Sussexes." Meghan's podcast, Archetypes, went to #1 in Spotify's chart in the first week of release. She added, "Harry and Meghan are successfully proving that it is possible to live a life of service outside the suffocating confines, antiquated protocols and rigid structures of the royal institution." Meghan released the first episode of her highly anticipated podcast at the end of last month. The Duchess sat down with her longtime friend and tennis champion Serena Williams for a discussion about the negative connotations that surround being an ambitious woman. They talked about balancing motherhood and career goals, drawing on their own experiences of being working mothers. Serena recalled having to play a tennis match the day after her then-infant daughter fell out of her high chair and broke her wrist. The sports star explained, "She was on my watch. And I was just basically devastated. Like, I literally couldn't think. I felt so guilty. We went to the hospital and she had a small tear, a break in her wrist, so she had to get a cast and we didn't get back till like 4 in the morning." Meanwhile, of course, it is the one day I was playing early. I remember holding her the whole night and just like rocking her to sleep, and I just didn't let her out of my sight at that point because I was already and am hard on myself, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. But I was so mad at myself for even allowing that to happen. So I think I got like 30 minutes of sleep and then I had to go play this match. And I'm just thinking, how am I going to play? Serena ended up winning the match, but revealed she was so emotionally spent and just like so emotionally drained that it was crazy. Meghan then shared her own story of trying to balance motherhood with a demanding workload, likening Serena's experience to her and Harry's during their royal tour of South Africa in 2019. She said, "Just like when we went on our tour to South Africa, we landed with Archie. Archie was what, 4.5 months old? And the moment we landed, we had to drop him off at this housing unit that they had us staying in. We immediately went to an official engagement in this township called Nyanga, and there was this moment where I'm standing on a tree stump and I'm giving this speech to women and girls, and we finish the engagement. We get in the car and they say there's been a fire at the residence. There's been a fire in the baby's room. The Duchess explained that a heater in the nursery had caught fire while Archie and his nanny were in another room. She then claimed that she and Harry had to go to another engagement, rather than returning to their accommodation, saying, "We had to leave our baby." While Meghan was criticized for talking about herself too much during the debut episode, Archetypes attracted a robust listenership and skyrocketed to the top of the Spotify charts. Omid Scobie, a friend of the Sussexes and co-author of Finding Freedom, tweeted, "Meghan's debut podcast, #Archetypes, has done what many have tried, and failed, to do, snatch the top spot from the Joe Rogan Experience on its Spotify's US podcast charts." As of today, Archetypes has fallen to second place in the US and the UK. Last week, Meghan spoke with five-time Grammy winner Mariah Carey about growing up as a mixed-race woman and the complexities surrounding the label diva. On this week's episode of Archetypes, Meghan will be joined by actor and writer Mindy Kaling. The podcast, produced by Archewell Audio in partnership with Spotify's Gimlet Media, is the first podcast series under the multi-million-pound deal the Sussexes signed following their exit from the firm in 2020. They also signed an exclusive deal with Netflix, which is expected to release original documentaries in partnership with Archewell Productions.